shot, and beautiful. Oyston.
It's time for high school sports, right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. And now let's get ready for high school sports. It starts now on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Jose Camarillo makes it 2.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Eastmont High School in East Wenatchee, Washington, site of today's encounter between the Cashmere Bulldogs and your Eastmont Wildcats. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Thank you for being with us. And, well, what can I say? We have a special one for you today. On one side, the Cashmere Bulldogs, fresh off a tough defeat at home against Moses Lake, dropping that one by a score of 2-1. And on the other side, the Eastmont Wildcats, fresh off a road win against a tough opponent, the Wild Oak Warriors in Moraga, but still 2-3 in the record, wanting to get back to their winning ways. So it's all to play for. It's going to be a special one, and we're really glad you joined us. When we get back to Eastmont High School, we will have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Welcome back to Eastmont High School, site of today's encounter between the Cashmere Bulldogs and the Eastmont Wildcats. Alongside me is the head coach of the Wildcats, Vidal Hurtado. Coach, welcome as always. And well, it's been a tough beginning of the season. You guys are 2-3, but there are reasons to be hopeful, especially after the road win against Moraga.
Yeah, I would say that our record doesn't show our potential right now. We went to Moraga. We had to still dealing with injuries, people missing. And we were able to kind of control the game. We weren't able to create as many opportunities, but the ones we had, we scored enough to take the win. Had to change our formation a little bit. And so we're just adapting, but like I gotta say, our record doesn't say the potential that we have. I think this is a great group of young men that have been working hard at practice, and so nothing to look down upon. We just gotta keep working hard and looking forward.
Who's would you say is some of the people who have broken out earlier in the season? Whose play has surprised you a little bit?
Yeah, standout. You know, Armando, I think, was a big one for me. I wasn't quite sure how he was going to show up, and he showed up as a goalkeeper, and he's doing an excellent job back there, dictating and directing, and being a big presence there. Edgar Leon, our forward, has been incredible. He's a freshman, but is really playing more like an experienced player for us. Freddie is always working hard, Freddie Gonzalez, and so I think it's just a matter of really looking to connect more together, and I think we can produce a good quality soccer.
All right, and we all hope to see some of that quality soccer here. What awaits you against Cashmere today?
You know, I watched the game against Moses Lake, and they played very well. I noticed that their number 4 is a standout.
Evan Bakken, of course.
Yeah, he works well on with both legs, moves really well. It looks like they give him the freedom to move around, so we just got to make sure we keep him near our defender at all times, and then we'll go from there. I think for me that was the biggest takeaway from the Cashmere Moses Lake game, which they really should have put it away. They played very well. So we're looking to lock it down defensively.
All right, it's going to be a good one for sure. When we come back, we have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance, take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
By working together as a community, we can all play a part in promoting children's well-being and strengthening families. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Chelan Douglas CASA is dedicated to supporting families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. Join us in our community-wide pinwheel project and help keep kids safe. If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, please call 1-866-363-4276.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School, site of today's encounter between Cashmere and Eastmont. And right next to me is the head coach of the Cashmere Bulldogs, Emmanuel Flores. Coach, welcome. And well, I didn't see the game against Moses Lake, but everybody I've talked to says that should have been Cashmere's game. You guys played really well. You guys showed something really special against a 4A school.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here.
Pleasure.
And it was a really great game. Moses Lake is a great opponent, very physical, fast. 4A versus a 1A. We just stepped up to the challenge and played well.
All right. One of the things that people have talked to me about, even in my own living room, is the play of Evan Bakken. What can you tell us about how this young man has progressed?
Oh, Evan Bakken is just a phenomenal player, very fast, strong, very smart, understands the game really well, and he has moments of brilliance where I could see him playing Division I or even
Wow.
making it to professional.
Wow, that is high praise right there.
Yes.
And speaking of playing a 4A school, we have another one of those bigger schools. I don't know if it's 3A or 4A this time, but it is Eastmont High School at Eastmont. What awaits Cashmere playing the Wildcats today?
A very well organized team, very fast, very physical. They're very tall. Luckily for us, the 1A, we get the shorter players, but we're still up for the competition, and we enjoy this moment. So.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Coach. That was Emmanuel Flores, the head coach of the Bulldogs from Cashmere. When we come back, we have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and 40 minutes of top-notch soccer action for you. Don't go away.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today. To Eastmont High School,
where we are just about ready to witness this clash between the Cashmere Bulldogs and the Eastmont Wildcats. Right quick, let's go to the starting lineups. First, the visiting Cashmere Bulldogs, coached by Emmanuel Flores. The goalkeeper, number 0, Carter Alberts. Defenders, number 9, Caden Newman. Number 11, Oscar Orozco. Number 12, Jorge Flores. Number 12, Yair Lanusa. And number 22, Sam Graves. Midfielders, number 14, Hector Hernandez. And number 1, Pierce Nacarado. Forwards, number 4, Evan Bakken. Number 10, Miguel Ramos. The record for the Cashmere Bulldogs is 3 wins, 2 losses. We go now to the starters for the hosts, Eastmont High School, the Wildcats, jumping onto the pitch with Armando Mendoza on goal, number 1. Defenders, number 4, Javier Fuentes. Number 15, Luis Romero. Number 16, Kai Pefferman. Number 17, Diego Vasquez. Midfielders, number 11, Angel Sitio. Number 6, Alfredo Gonzalez. Number 5, Jesse Sanchez. And number 2, Victor Andrade. Forwards, Diego Saldivar. And 13, Edgar Leon Saldivar, with the shirt with 10 on the back. Coached, the Eastmont Wildcats are coached by Vidal Hurtado. And right quick, let me introduce you to our analyst for the evening, Director of Coaching for Wenatchee FC and a long time friend of NCWLIFE, Neil Oyston. Coach, welcome. And we have a special one in our hands, without a doubt.
Good evening, Sebastian. It's good to be here. Good to watch some high school soccer this evening. Hopefully it's going to be a good game.
What do you think these two teams bring to the table? You have coached a lot of these boys during their younger years.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, when you're looking at Eastmont, I think they're obviously probably going to look to press high. They're going to start positively. They're probably looking to keep the game in Cashmere's half. In terms of Cashmere, you know, they're probably looking to maybe defend deep, you know, consolidate in the first half. And then they're probably going to look to maybe play in the counter. Can they get some, you know, really execute the space in behind? They've got pacey forwards. So Eastmont have to be probably very careful of that. But yeah, it should be an intriguing game.
Absolutely. Quick correction, during the pre-game, I referred to the last rival of Eastmont High School as Marawa. It is indeed Wahluke High School, because the students from Desert Air and Beverly and all those lovely towns also attend the school there. It's a lovely place. I have been fortunate enough to visit Marawa a number of times, so my apologies to the folks in the southern end of Grant County. We're just about ready to start. We're going to have the national anthem here in a few seconds, and when we come back, we'll have the first half between Cashmere and Eastmont. Don't go away.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Back to Eastmont High School. Technology got in the way of patriotism there, and we had to do the Pledge of Allegiance instead. But we're all ready to start. Eastmont going from right to left on your screen, using a very eye-catching multiple shade of red there, looks like, Neil. And Cashmere in their traditional all-white uniform, white tops, white shorts, white socks, with Ed Navarro as the head referee, with Ricardo Capi, and from what I understand, his brother, Jose Capi, as the assistant referees. Navarro checking one way, checking the other way. Some players kneeling, some players praying. And there's the whistle that tells us that we are in business here at Eastmont High School. Carrying the ball is Vasquez. The touch up field. Quick move looking to connect with Jesse Sanchez, sent away by Cashmere. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. We are just underway. If you're joining us, 20 seconds into this one. Eastmont and Cashmere.
Yeah, good start there by Cashmere. Obviously, they're pushing high up the field. Looks like they might be going for it a little bit, put them under pressure.
Bit of a tip-tap there. Both sides of midfield. Orozco. Long strides. Waiting for it was Bakken. Orozco on the personal maneuver still managed to retain the ball. Now it's Bakken. Flores. Graves. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Cashmere ball. No, the referee says...
Yeah,
the referee says Eastmont, but Cashmere takes the initiative, which leads Navarro to blow his whistle and restart the action.
Yeah, good start there by Cashmere. I think that's what they got to do.
Handball there by Alfredo Gonzalez. It will be an indirect free kick for the boys from Seatown, Cashmere WA.
I think if they're going to be successful here tonight, Sebastian, I think that's what Cashmere got to do. Put them under some pressure, win those early challenges, bring a bit of intensity to the game.
Bakken, heart of the box. Into the recycle bin for Sam Graves, trying to start something. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball. We're just crossing the 2-minute mark here in this lovely spring evening, late April evening of soccer here on the east shores, on the east side, I should say, of the mighty Columbia. Peffernan trying to connect that time with Edgar Leon. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball, says no one. It will be Cashmere ball. Yes, indeed. Quick touch across midfield. Trying to make something happen is Saldivar. A bit too long for Victor Andrade, who cannot hide his frustration.
Yeah, you got two different formations on here to display tonight. You're looking at Eastmont, they're playing with a 4-back, looking to try and play the ball around. You got Eastmont playing with a 3-back, looking to maybe put them under pressure, get up the field nice and quickly. So two differences in style that we're going to see play out tonight.
Throw in for the Wildcats. Bit of a ping-pong battle there between Orozco and Andrade. It is Andrade putting him back into play via this upcoming throw-in. Glad to have you with us It's Eastmont against Cashmere. Andrade trying to get past one, trying to make it past two now. Into the mixer. Bakken. He's got some speed. Bakken. Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing with the ball. The through ball that time. Swept away by Romero. Good touch that time. Back to Bakken. Right-footed shot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that hurts. Yeah, right in the... Oh my goodness, that looked like it right in the chest. Must have knocked the wind out of him.
I've had a few of those in my day, Sebastian.
Oh,
I can
so
tell
me
you
too.
that's the wind taken out of his sails. I mean,
those are not fun.
It's probably only 5 yards away. Evan Bakken there, number 4, has got a powerful shot, and I think he's taken that one where it doesn't hurt. There you go. He's on the floor. He's probably sucking for some air. That's nasty.
Yeah, those are never fun. Those are never fun.
But I think that's what Cashmere are looking to do. They've obviously got Pierce, Nacarado in the middle there, number 1, looking to feed Evan on the counter. You've just seen there they've got some pace up front, so maybe that's a game plan of theirs to kind of get the ball there early to Bakken, and then having some midfielders support that player up front.
Kudos to you, because you mentioned that in the pregame where we're getting ready. You said that Nacarado-Bakken connection was going to be key for Cashmere in the early going.
Yeah, they complement well each other. You know, obviously Bakken's going to make the runs in behind. Obviously Pierce, more of a midfielder, has some good vision about him. He can probably slot those balls through, and that's what they've got to do tonight. I think they've got to do that quickly and early to make sure they can put pressure on the Eastmont defense.
5 minutes, 19 seconds, but of course this is a quick timeout, an injury timeout, and these injury timeouts are brought to you all season long by Confluence Health, high-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving our patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. So a well-deserved ovation for that young man, Mr. Javier Fuentes, who's still holding on to his side. So that's probably just the impact on the skin, right? I mean, he doesn't seem to be injured.
I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine after a few minutes.
Maybe some ice.
Yeah, you know.
Some deep breaths. He'll be all right.
He'll be okay.
Yeah. On the move now for Cashmere is Nacarado, taken back by Leon. And that last touch was Newman sending it upfield. Orozco off to the races now is Bakken. Flag is up.
Just a bit scrappy, yeah, isn't it? First 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Both teams are, you know, they probably just need to settle into the game plan a little bit more. One team's probably got to get hold of it a little bit more than what they're doing at the moment. It's a bit of ping pong in the first few minutes of the game.
There was something that the referee didn't care for in that play. I believe they saw Bakken reach out for the jersey of the Eastmont player. And the assistant referee raised his flag immediately. We're back in action now. Quick touch upfield for Sanchez. Taken back nimbly by Orozco. Double team. Cashmere trying to prevail under some pressure. Switching the game up to the right side, trying to connect with Schoening. A bit too long of a touch. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball. Pfefferman. Pfefferman and Fuentes. Now it's Andrade. Ball goes out of bounds. Eastmont putting it quickly back into play. Saldivar. Good run. Saldivar trying to make some room. Andrade. Alfredo Gonzalez. Smart idea. He's on side. Oh my goodness. It was a golden opportunity, and you can see Saldivar slap the ground with his hand, and you probably heard Neil Oyston sharing the frustration.
Well, first of all, what a great ball there from number 6. Great vision there to just think that back post, and a nice little header knock back. He should be doing better than that. I mean, he's 3 yards out, 4 yards out. Needs to probably get his body weight over the top of it and hit through the ball. Great chance, though, gone missing.
Leon. Ball goes out of bounds. Cashmere putting it back into play.
They'll gain some confidence there, though, Eastmont, from that early chance. You know, that ball in behind, they know that's going to be on now.
Throw in for Cashmere. The touch up field by Lanusa. Bit of a miscommunication there. Ball goes out of bounds. Mr. Navarro signaling it's a throw in for the Eastmont Wildcats. 8 minutes, 56 seconds into this first half of play. Sam Graves. Flores. Off to chase it is Ramos. First on it, Vasquez. Romero. Taken back by Cashmere. Swinging back for Nacarado. Over to scoop it is Grace. First runner is the back line of Eastmont. A touch to the goalkeeper Mendoza. Oh, a bit of a miscommunication there. That could have been dangerous for Cashmere. With more urgency than style. Flores on the move. Nacarado, whistle on the play. Referee says it's Eastmont ball. This moment of the game brought to you by Chelan Douglas Casa, court-appointed special advocates for children. Fuentes. Vasquez. Romero. Sanchez with a degree of difficulty. On the mark was Lanusa. Ball goes out of bounds. Eastmont ball. Vasquez. The touch to Gonzalez. Past one defender. Sent away by Caden Newman. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball yet again as we approach the 11th minute mark.
Yeah, it's a little bit better there from Eastmont. I think they're a little bit more composed in the last couple of minutes. They're looking to try to get that ball into Alfredo, Gonzalez, into Leon. They're the ones who are going to make things happen tonight.
Romero on the throw-in. Leon. Taken back by the Bulldogs. Whistle on the play. Foul called. I believe it was Andrade on the illicit maneuver there. Free kick deep in their own territory, favoring the Bulldogs. Newman. That one is Orozco. Deep ball down the flank. Rejected by Vasquez. Trying is Saldivar. Under some pressure now. Flag is up. The ball went out of bounds. Cashmere could not keep it in bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. There's Saldivar. Bit of a shove there. Referee still just calls it, assistant referee I should say, just calls it a throw-in. Leon. Trying to make it past three. He does. Amazing maneuver. Wow.
Yeah, great feat there from,
My
from
goodness.
Leon. Had the privilege of coaching him for a few years now.
You did? Oh, you do?
Great talent. He's got some great feet there. I think Cashmere, they have to do a little bit better defending, though. They just have to stand him up. Don't stab in. Don't delay.
Sitio. Romero. Orozco, whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls this one.
Yeah, I think in those moments, if Cashmere can just kind of keep, delaying, if they can, stay patient, make sure they don't put a foot in, keep the players in front of them when defending and kind of wait for the opposition to make a mistake.
Flores. A bit too long that time for, I believe, Schoening. Gonzalez and Leon. Scooped away by the Bulldogs. Orozco. The touch to Nacarado, opening the game up all the way out. Hector Hernandez into the box, trying to connect with Miguel Ramos. Doesn't work the first time. Romero on the clearing. Trying again for Cashmere. It looked like Lanusa. There's Schoening, cleared away by the back line of Eastmont. Saldivar. Orozco, bit of a miscue. Jorge Flores and the sideline, throwing for Eastmont. Andrade and Leon. Leon and Peffernan, whistle on the play. A foul called.
Much better though there from Cashmere, getting the balls out wide early, getting a couple of crosses into the box. It was a shame there was no runners there, but a little better from the Bulldogs.
Gonzalez and Fuentes. Fuentes and Vasquez. Vasquez across the equator. Bakken off to the races now is Schoening. Into the box, shot across, and nobody there. A little too wide for, I believe that was Miguel Ramos.
Yeah, it was a good little flick on there from Bakken. Nice little ball over the top. Yeah, and if he probably just needed to cut that ball back, it was the right idea. Execution probably wasn't there, though. But again, sustained pressure from Cashmere.
This moment of the game brought to you by Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, home of the lifetime warranty. At Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, customer satisfaction is #1. Stop on by today. Whistle on the play. It will be a free kick for Eastmont, and Mr. Navarro, facing some criticism from the folks in white jerseys, asks everybody to calm down. We've had one substitution. We had number 20 on the field, Gustavo Herrera, for Cashmere. Bakken, sailing past the marker, trying to thread the needle a little bit. It lands at the feet of Romero for Eastmont. Sanchez and Saldivar. Saldivar opening the game up to the right side. And to no man's land. Sweeping maneuver by Bakken. Navarro declares that the show must go on. Saldivar. Leon. Sitio. Might have to back up. Nope. Sanchez. Back to Sitio. Pushed away by the back line of Cashmere. There's Bakken. Bakken. On the mark is Andrade. The through ball for Ramos doesn't prosper. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Cashmere ball as we approach the 17th minute of play here at Eastmont High School. Navarro telling the Cashmere players they need to back up a little bit before they take this throw-in. Taking care of it is Ty Schoening. Orozco. Schoening. Scooped back by Leon. Pefferman. Ooh, a bit too long there. Back to the goalkeeper, Mendoza. Romero. A Cashmere player on the mark. Romero manages to get the shot out to Gonzalez. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball.
I think Eastmont are probably just settling in a little bit more. Last 5-10 minutes, they've started to get the ball down. They've started to connect a few passes along the back line into the middle third. Cashmere probably just need to do a better job of maintaining possession once they win it. Another example there.
Romero. On the mark is Ramos. A couple players hit the deck. Moving things up is Vasquez, trying to connect with Saldivar. He does. Bit of a through ball that time. Andrade. Touch to the back. Blocked by Herrera. And the ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball.
Yeah, again, you can just see there, a nice little diagonal run. Good ball in behind. I think that diagonal ball is definitely causing the back line some problems.
They've had at least 3 good chances from the very same spot, the right corner of the field.
Yep. Yeah, and what happens is, once the ball's over on that side, all it takes is a nice little run in behind, and then defense have to make sure that they've got good cover, and if they don't, then that player's always going to be in.
We're about to have a substitution for Eastmont in a few minutes, but I'll tell you more about it later because here comes Saldivar and the ball bounces off him as Herrera tried to clear it out. And it will be a goal kick for the visiting Cashmere Bulldogs. 18 minutes, 32 seconds into this first half. This moment of the game brought to you by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. I'll tell you more about it in a second because here's Saldivar trying to wreak some havoc here. The touch to the side, Andrade into the box. Shot across. And a bit of a trouble clearing it out. The shot and it sails wide. A good effort by Edgar Leon. Cashmere with a whale of a time trying to clear that ball out of the 18.
Yeah, it was originally a good ball into the box. Well defended initially from Cashmere, but on the second time, struggling to get it out. And nice little quick feet there from Leon. And I think he maybe mishit that a little bit. Maybe could have aimed far corner, but yeah, a little better again from Eastmont. They're definitely the team now, putting Cashmere under a bit of pressure and chance after chance, it seems. Can they take it though? They've just got to be a little bit more composed in front of goal, stay a little bit patient. But Cashmere, maybe they can get that ball out a bit quicker than what they're doing.
And now this moment of the game brought to you by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Great service with a personal touch. That is their commitment to you. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa provides a different kind of full service care that gives the clients peace of mind. Visit their new showroom today.
Yeah, and if you think, Sebastian, because Cashmere are playing a 3-back, a weakness to that, you know, you're probably looking at the flanks. You know, and if you think of where the chances are coming from, it's definitely down the wide areas. So what's happening is the center back from the Cashmere are getting brought out of position.
Corner kick for Eastmont, far post. Romero with a nice header, sails a little bit wide. You were saying?
Yeah, the center backs are being brought out of position a little bit, which means that there's more space in the middle there for the Eastmont runners to go through the middle. So definitely from Eastmont's point of view, they've got to keep trying to hit those flanks, and maybe Cashmere, they've got to try and salvage something, defend those flanks a bit better.
And now it's Ramos battling it out of midfield. Nice touch by Gonzalez, trying to connect with Andrade. Sails a little bit long. Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Enjoy your day at Highlander Golf Course. Reserve your next tea time or plan a party in one of our simulator rooms. You don't have to be a member to dine in style. Give them a call today. Bakken. On the mark is Sanchez. Bakken. Lanusa. Bakken. Bakken. Whistle on the play. Foul called. It will be Cashmere ball, it looks like.
Gonna get a good ball in here. It's in a good area. Gonna get the big men forward. Need a good delivery here.
21 minutes, 20, make that 31 seconds in this first half of play. A good opportunity perhaps looming for the Bulldogs. Bakken, right-footed shot, bounces off the wall. Trying again is Orozco. Orozco, Lasso! Goal! What a shot! But now who scored the goal? Was it Ty Schoening that sank it in? Or was it Orozco?
Was the initial shot in? I mean, we'll have to see a replay of that. It kind of hit the upper right-hand corner of the goal. Looks like it bounced out, but what a strike there from, was it about 35, 40 yards out?
Yeah.
Top corner of the goalkeeper's heads, but it was the Cashmere forward running in. He was the first to react. All the defenders on Eastmont looking at each other. They should have reacted a little bit quicker. What a turn of events. Definitely against the runner play, but Cashmere one up.
I give it to Ty Schoening because they didn't start celebrating until he sank it in. So 1-0 Cashmere. Everybody, we were talking about what we were expecting out of the strike by Bakken, and it was Orozco with a rocket. Yeah, absolutely.
Rocket. He'll be proud of that one.
1-0 Cashmere, and boy, did this game need that goal. Absolutely. We're going to see something special here, folks. Andrade. Gonzalez. Bit of a battle there. A bit of hey. No, none of that, Mr. Schoening. Grabbing the player by the shoulder. It was Mr. Leon hitting the deck. Free kick for Eastmont. And if Eastmont needed some motivation to play against a 1A school. Well, they got it now.
Yeah, well, it's just going to see a test of their character now. I mean, they've dominated the game. They've had the better chances. But if you don't take those chances, you're leaving the opposition wide open.
Gonzalez, far post. Flag is up. Excuse me. This moment of the game brought to you by Doghouse Motorsports, now featuring the full line of on and off-road Husqvarna motorcycles. A bit of a council of elders there between Mr. Navarro and one of the Capi brothers helping him out. And now he has got something to say to the goalkeeper. He's going to roll the ball out. Are they going to retake? Yeah, is it going to be a retake of the free kick?
Yeah, well, initially I saw the AR put his flag up. The kick was taken. He put his flag up again. I think he must have seen something. Must have been some pushing or shoving maybe initially. Let's hope they can take advantage this time.
Gonzalez punched away. Romero! No, it wasn't Romero. It was, I believe, number 9, the sub that just came in, Mr. Tyrell Malcolm. And there's Malcolm again, and he's going to just run out of room, but let's see what the referee is pointing at. He's pointing that it's going to be a goal kick. Tyrell Malcolm, number 9 for Eastmont. The recent sub for the folks in red. 25 minutes, 10 seconds. Cashmere leading the Eastmont Wildcats 1-0, and what a goal it was.
And if you're Eastmont, you can't panic. You know, you've got to keep playing the same way. You know, you've created chances. Another foul there.
I think that was a high kick. Dangerous play, as they call it. And Mr. Navarro pointing to the spot. And Hector Hernandez taking care of this free kick. Neil Oyston, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Eastmont, they've got to just kind of stay a bit patient. I know they've created chances. Yes, it was a goal against the run of play, but they've just kind of keep their heads a little bit, knowing that they're going to get more opportunities that come their way. Cashmere, keep doing the same.
Hernandez, good idea. Trying to connect with Bakken, perhaps. Cleared away with more urgency than style by the back line of Eastmont.
That was a nice little play there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like they've practiced that on the training field.
For sure.
Almost came off.
For sure. They almost pulled it off, too. Yeah.
There's nothing better than, as a coach, you know, to see something that you've worked on the training field and then it comes off in the game.
Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball. It looks like Romero. No, Romero will pass it on to Malcolm. Malcolm and Leon. Top of the box cleared away by Schoening. With a bit of difficulty there, Fuentes. Bakken. First on, however, is Mendoza. Fuentes. Andrade. Nacarado. Andrade. Saldivar. Trying to get past Tyrell. It looked like a handball to me from up here. And the stop by Carter Alberts, the goalkeeper for Cashmere.
That was a tremendous throw.
that went that high?
Yeah, he threw it.
Holy cow.
Like he kicked it.
I know. I just put that two and two together there. I looked down to look at my notes and it's like, holy Toledo. Schoening, Bakken, swept away by Eastmont. Herrera, under some pressure now. Gonzalez, Romero. Romero. The stop in midfield. Saldivar. Taken back by Cashmere. Cashmere playing a very smart brand of soccer right now. Neil.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is that when they win the ball, it's obvious their game plan is to try and hit Eastmont on the counter. They're not messing around with it. They're trying to get the ball forward as quickly as they can. And you got to say that when they do that, they look pretty dangerous. Obviously, Eastmont now, they're trying to move up the field in a different fashion. But yeah, like I said before, 2 different styles on show tonight.
Herrera. Sent away by Sanchez. Defensive maneuver by Newman. Hello, Newman. I'm sure he's heard that his whole life. Nothing original about that. Whistle on the play.
And if he hasn't, he's heard it now.
It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. Bit of a shove in the back. It will be a free kick now for Eastmont. Eastmont trying to catch Cashmere unawares, putting the ball back in play rather quickly. Andrade. The touch by Gonzalez on the hands of Carter Alberts. Oh, wow, you're not kidding. Look at that.
Yeah. Looks like he's playing an American football the way he throws that. Sign him up as a quarterback.
Shot put or anything, yeah. Oh. Sanchez. Nacarado.
A lot of
whistle
calls
on the play. Yeah, a lot
of calls tonight.
Yeah. Romero once again putting the ball into play quickly. Graves taken back by Eastmont. Leon. Malcolm, the shot. Malcolm! And it kisses the upright.
Good play, though. I think, you know, Edgar rode a challenge, took the player on. Beautiful diagonal ball. Malcolm there, he definitely timed his run. He was in just outside of the box, maybe just pulled his shot a bit wide. But again, that's what Eastmont have got to keep on doing, down those flanks.
How good of a shot was it? Diego Vasquez at midfield, a teammate of Malcolm's, clapped. Stopped and clapped. Whistle on the play. Bit of a rough stretch of play at the moment. Very bit of choppy play. Lots of interruptions, lots of whistles. Well, you got to remember that some of these kids probably been playing against each other since they were barely able to walk here, Neil.
Yeah, there's some history between these boys. You know, they've played on the same club team. Many of these boys growing up together, like you say, so there's definitely a lot of history there. But they'll like it too. They enjoy the challenge. They like playing against their buddies, but also the pride of playing for their own school.
And there's a substitution for Cashmere. We'll tell you in a second who has entered the game. And there he is. It's number 12, I believe, for Cashmere. Jorge Flores. Back in action now. Sanchez taken back by the Bulldogs. There's Bakken pushing it forward. Swinging wide to the left. Hernandez. And now is Lanusa. Hernandez on the throw-in. Referee makes a stop. Let's see what he decides. He says throw-in.
But yeah, you just notice there, you know, when Cashmere win the ball, they're not hanging around. You know, they want to get up the field quickly with a bit more intensity, you know, and maybe causing Eastmont problems on that counter-attack. Eastmont, I mean, how many chances they've had? They've had several, haven't they? Clear-cut chances. They've got to take one of those.
Throw-in for the Bulldogs, leading Eastmont at Eastmont High School 1-0. Once again, the ball goes out of bounds. Nacarado. Malcolm and Vasquez. Vasquez and Andrade interrupted nimbly by Schoening. Taken back once again by Eastmont. The through ball trying to look for Malcolm. Good effort by Sanchez. Cashmere recovers and boom, right up route number 1, like you said, Neil. Straight up, there's Bakken, good takeaway. Swept cleanly by Gonzalez, Mr. Navarro.
Looked like he got the ball there, didn't he? Like we said, there's been a lot of calls tonight. It is a physical game. You know, they are going to have some strong challenges, and it looked like he got the ball there.
I thought it was a clean sweep of the ball, and
I think it was the AR who called it on his side.
Yeah. And Bakken went and gave his marker a high five, so The header by Romero, over to look for it and put it back into play. It looks like, yes, indeed, is Hernandez. This moment of the game brought to you by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. The stop, that time by Mendoza. The kick. Nacarado. Romero for Eastmont. Sanchez, back to Romero. On the mark is Ramos. Looking to connect with Saldivar. Nacarado again. Sanchez on the mark. He takes over. Oh, and a bit of a miscue there. Nacarado trying to push through. Ball goes out of bounds. Cashmere will take over.
They'd be delighted with this first half. You know, if you would have told that coach 35 minutes in, you'd be 1-0 up, you'd take that all day long.
And not only that, they're playing quite well. They're playing a very smart brand of soccer.
They are playing well. They're sticking to their game plan.
Nacarado.
And that's what you got to do. Obviously, the coach has given their players strict instructions. Then it's up to them to execute on the field, and you got to say that they're doing that right now. And you know, now it's up to Eastmont. Can they come back, and then can they react and break down their defense in different ways?
Wenatchee, let's see, Wenatchee softball coming up on April the 30th. A doubleheader going live starting at 4 p.m. against Moses Lake with Eric Granstrom on the call. So you will not want to miss that here on NCWLIFE Channel. Good deep ball that time. Sent away by the back line of Cashmere. Caden Newman, as a matter of fact, clearing it away. Mr. Navarro checking his watch. We should have a couple of minutes of extra time, given that early injury to that Eastmont player that took
in the ribs,
right-footed shot by Evan Bakken right in the ribs. Absolutely. There's Romero, shot across, and
the catapult in his arm. He's got a strong arm.
Let's see what he does here.
My go shot.
Oh no! There he goes. Oh my goodness. It's fun to watch.
You know, I've watched a lot of soccer in my time, but I don't think I've seen a goalkeeper throw it past the halfway line like that.
Coach Bremer, if you're watching, football head coach for Cashmere
Sign him up.
High School, you might have a prospect here. A bit of a collision there. Referee says play on. A second collision. Now it's Nacarado. Still down. Malcolm running the ball. Malcolm trying to gain the back line. Cannot quite make it, and now it's backing over to help Nacarado, who's still on all fours.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, Nacarado, and you know, if he goes down, you know he's hurt. Looks like there was a coming together.
Yeah.
Looks like they might have maybe twisted his knee, maybe. Looked like, I don't know, maybe a bit of cramp, it looks like. But yeah, you know, when he goes down, something might not be.
Yeah.
Trainers coming on.
This injury timeout brought to you by Confluence Health. High quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving our patients' health with safe, high quality care in 12 communities. He's walking off on his own power. Looks like he's staying in, or
I think he's going to have to go off.
No, he's going to have to go off.
Yeah, once the trainer comes on, he's going to have to go off, and then the referee will wave him back on.
But he's trotting out of the field, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah, there's going to be Herrera coming back in to replace him for a little bit.
Knowing Nacarado, he'll be telling his coach he's ready to come back on in no time.
Our thanks tonight go to Wenatchee FC, North Central Washington's leader in development of youth soccer players with club teams, camps, private training, and tournament playing opportunities. Scholarships are available. For more information, visit wfcyouth.net.
Yeah, and we have a bunch of tryouts coming up out in May, so
let's hear it.
Yeah, if any potential players see this play here.
Saldivar. Over to help out is Gonzalez. Swept away partially by Newman. Saldivar here again into the box, and the stop. Oh, with a bit of trouble by Carter Alberts.
Yep, tryouts for any potential young players.
Oh, did he walk too much?
Or maybe
Did he walk too much? What's going on here? He's getting a lecture. Did he trot too much with the ball? He doesn't want to give the ball back. You don't want to do that, sir.
Just give him the ball, goalkeeper. Looks like he might have held on for it for too long.
Yep, it's going to be an indirect free kick.
Wow.
It's going to be an indirect free kick. He held on to the ball a little too long. Navarro is saying, I counted the seconds.
Normally you get 6 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to argue. You do not want to argue. You're having a good game, young man.
Yeah.
And now it's number 4 for Eastmont, the guy who took the shot to the ribs, pointing to his ribs, so he's still perhaps in a little bit of pain down here at the sideline. But it's an indirect free kick.
This is where Eastmont have to take advantage, just outside the 18-yard area. You know, you just got to kind of work the goalkeeper, look for those corners, and you know, if you're on the team, you've got to make sure you follow up just in case any rebounds occur.
It looks like Saldivar and Malcolm next to the ball, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 or 6 players on the wall for Cashmere as we approach injury time here at Eastmont High School. Saldivar, oh, a bit of a bounce there, almost got the goalkeeper out of position, but it ultimately got cleared out by the back line of Cashmere.
Again, another chance gone begging. You know, you gotta at least get the ball on target, make the goalkeeper work, especially in those areas. I think that's probably what Coach Vidal is going to say at halftime, is they've got to be more clinical in front of goal. You know, they can get there, but once they're in front of goal, they just have to be more clinical, a bit more ruthless.
This moment of the game brought to you by Wenatchee Power Sports, now featuring Polaris, Yamaha, KTM, and Beta sales, parts, and service. So our thanks to all of our sponsors for their continued support of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. Gonzalez and now Leon, good run with a bit of room now. Into the box we go, being marked by Orozco. Cleared away with more urgency than style by the back line of Cashmere. Leon, double team quickly, looking for a foul. The front line of Eastmont was. Let's see what the referee calls it, just a throw-in. Gonzalez, Sanchez, Malcolm, Saldivar on the Marcus Graves. Back to Sanchez, Malcolm, Vasquez on the mark. Now Hernandez, the shot.
Yeah, applying a bit of pressure towards the end of the first half. Nice little play, intricate play there down the flank. Bit of 1-2 give and goes in behind the defense. But again, can they get that ball in a little quicker, a little bit more quality, a bit more final product?
It was
needed.
Go ahead, please.
No, go ahead.
No, it was Lanusa on the mark, not Vasquez, marking that shot. And now it's Eastmont with a corner kick. And with a bit of trouble. Oh, he makes me, he amazes me with his arm strength, but he makes me a little nervous, I have to say. Smartly, Pepperman letting it sail out of bounds. Gonzalez, ball goes out of bounds once again. There's another ball.
Yeah, I bet his heart was in the mouth there once he spilled that. Fortunately for him, it dropped back into his hands.
Right. Schoening. Romero. Taken back by Cashmere. Lanusa. Now that one is Vasquez. Cashmere pushing through once again. Back in. A bit too long for Hernandez, and Bakken cannot hide his frustration.
Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there outside. They've sustained a bit of pressure. Cashmere, they needed to hold on to the ball there a little bit longer.
Romero on the throw-in. Cashmere leading Eastmont at Eastmont High School, 1-0. There's Bakken again. Bakken in his natural habitat. Into the box, Romero. Marking now was Hernandez, and Romero winning no style points, sending it to the throw-in.
If in doubt, knock it out. But yeah, good good strength, good power there from back in.
I'm going to remember that one. That was cool.
Yeah, he muscled his way through there. Just needed a bit more support.
Back in. And there's the whistle that tells us that this first half belongs to our great nation's history, with Cashmere leading Eastmont in a very entertaining 1-0 score. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll tell you all about what happened in the first half and what's to come in the second part of this clash of neighbors. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
To achieve greatness once, it's not the end of the journey. It is only the beginning. Introducing the next all-electric super truck. The revolutionary GMC Hummer EV SUV. Reserve one now while they last.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft ATVs and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School, where we have just borne witness to a very entertaining, very hard-fought, very intense first half of soccer action between the Cashmere Bulldogs and the Eastmont Wildcats. It's been a dog and cat fight going right at each other, with Cashmere getting the better of Eastmont, at least in the first half, by a score of 1-0, and what a goal it was, folks. Free kick. We were all waiting to see what would happen with Evan Bakken getting that prodigious right leg of his, getting ready to get into action. The shot by Bakken bounces off the crossbar, and from even farther away, it seemed like, than the actual free kick, Oscar Orozco delivers a rocket, a monumental shot that sails over, finds that corner, then drops in. We're not clear if it went in or not. We do not have a monitor up here, And then Ty Schoening, it looks like, taps it in for the 1-0 lead. And like you said during the broadcast, Neil, if you're the Cashmere coach and at 35 minutes in, you're 1-0 ahead, you would have taken that deal without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. If you would have told them that, you'd be absolutely delighted. I think they've come here with a game plan. I think that they've decided that we're going to really put the ball forward quickly. I think they're looking to counter-attack quickly. They've really tried to do that, and I think they've done that well. And I think, the coach of Cashmere will just telling them the same. Yeah, just keep doing the same in the second half, winning the first and second balls. You know, they're pressing well in the middle of the park. You know, they're being aggressive. You would come in, you would take that 1-0 at the moment in time. We're just kind of looking at the highlight here. Is there any further insight to what happened on that goal?
I think the referee gave it to Orozco, given his body language. I think it was because when Schoening sinks it in, there we have the gorgeous shot by Orozco. Bing, bang. The players are already celebrating. And by the time Schoening sinks it in, Navarro doesn't extend his hand as if to signal that's a goal, so he must have done it earlier.
But credit to Ty, kind of following up.
Absolutely.
Kind of being first to react. The rest of the Eastmont defenders kind of just stood there looking at each other and should have reacted maybe a bit quicker.
Yeah, indeed. An entertaining first half, and how do you straighten this out if you're Vidal Hurtado, the head coach for Eastmont?
Well, look, they haven't played too badly.
No, they have not.
You would say that if you're looking at the statistics, they've maintained the ball well. Could they be a bit quicker in build-up? Yes. They've dominated the game. They've created clear-cut chances. So if I'm Vidal, I'm in that circle right now, I would just tell the guys, look, to be patient. You got to be patient. There's going to be more chances that are going to come. But when you're in front of goal, you've got to take one of those chances. I mean, we've counted there's been 4 or 5 clear-cut chances in front of the goal. That tells me they've got to be a little bit more composed. Maybe pick out the corners. Maybe when they get one, then they'll follow with a second. But yeah, if I'm Vidal right now, just got to be a bit more clinical in front of goal. But they're using the flanks effectively. Obviously, Cashmere playing with a 3-back. I would say if I'm Vidal right now, keep getting the balls into wide areas, get runners in behind the Cashmere defense, and when that chance comes your way, you've got to be a bit more ruthless in front of goal.
One of the things that we saw is the right flank of the attack of Eastmont was a house of horrors for the Cashmere Bulldogs early on in the first half. They did not have an answer for Saldivar. Later on, they did not have an answer for Newman. They just couldn't capitalize on that final touch.
Yeah, and the weakness to a 3-back is, like I said, those flanks. So obviously Eastmont have decided they'll get the balls into the middle, into Leon and into Gonzalez, and then they're feeding the balls into those areas in behind. Cashmere probably just have to kind of dig in a little bit more, get recovery wide wing backs back into those areas if they want to stop that. And like you said, a bit better final product from Eastmont. It's maybe the final pass that's kind of been lacking, a little bit more confidence in front of goal. But yeah, second half, I mean, it's all to play for. If I'm Cashmere right now, dig in. You've got to kind of fight for your survival, really. Keep winning the first and second balls, be aggressive. And I can tell you this, if it's 1-0 to Cashmere, 15 minutes, 20 minutes into the game, Eastmont will get nervous.
Yeah, because
they'll change their game plan. So if I'm Cashmere, hold in, dig in, kind of get a clean sheet in the first 15 minutes, then they're in for a serious chance of winning this game.
Absolutely. After that, it becomes 12-11 because you start playing the clock too.
Absolutely.
So.
And Eastmont then have to stay patient. They have to stay patient, stick to the game plan themselves. And when that chance comes, because they're going to get another chance, they've got to take it.
Absolutely. This halftime show brought to you by Stevens Home Group, your local expert real estate advisors. Find them on Facebook at Stevens Home Group. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have 40 minutes, the final 40 minutes of this exciting encounter between Bulldogs and Wildcats. Don't go away.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Back. We've just started the second half action here at Eastmont High School with the Bulldogs of Cashmere taking care of business from right to left on your screen, decked entirely in white, and Eastmont decked in red from left to right. Pivoting header that time. Bit of a push. No harm, no foul, says Mr. Navarro. Gets himself, no, my goodness, that's a hard charge. Come on now. That is, okay, yellow card. Yellow card for Sam Graves in the 41st minute of play. And number 13 still feeling the effects. That was Edgar Leon.
Got a touch there, quick feet, got taken out.
Romero playing the ball, Mr. Navarro sending it all back. Needs a couple more seconds to jot down that note. As do we. And it will be a free kick for Eastmont that is trailing Cashmere by a score of 1-0. Romero. Sanchez. Taken back by Cashmere, Nacarado. Herrera. Touching it to the right flank. Deep ball for Ramos. There's a substitution coming. We'll see in a second who it is. Looks like it's Graves after sitting out that yellow card. Eastmont putting it back into action. Across midfield we go. Lanu sound defense. Another header. Gonzalez for Eastmont. Romero. Leon. Romero. Just alongside the flank. Tyrell Malcolm. Shot across. Cleared away by the Bulldogs. Good try by Gonzalez, getting past one, opening the game up a little bit. Getting that left foot ready. The touch by Leon to Andrade. Heart of the box. Cashmere having a hard time clearing that one out. Leon. Referee says no foul, and instead it'll be a corner kick for Eastmont.
Good start there from Eastmont.
Indeed.
You can tell with a bit more intensity,
Different
a bit more
attitude,
tempo.
yes.
Like I said, maybe a little slow in the first half.
There's a corner kick. Far post. Shot into the heart of the box now. Trying to clear it is Orozco. Malcolm, the shot. Go, 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 go! Tyrell Malcolm for the Eastmont Wildcats. Minute 3 of the second half.
Yeah, it was a good ball in from the left-hand side. I think the Cashmere defense were left a little bit unorganized, and I think Malcolm just got in between the two center-backs there. Ball came over, and you got to say it's a difficult technique. Connected well, volleyed straight in the back of the net. 1-1.
The different attitude certainly paying off quick here for the Eastmont Wildcats. We got a brand new ball game. 1-1. Graves. Pfefferman. Taken back by the Bulldogs. There's Graves. Back in. Charged on the back. Referee says foul. I didn't see a whole lot of illicit
It's been common tonight,
maneuvers in that particular stretch of play, but we're going to go with the experts on this one.
Yeah, again, another chance here for Cashmere. It looks like they might not have too many, in this second half, so they've got to make sure that these free kicks, these set pieces have good deliveries, and hopefully they can get on the end of it. But like we said, at halftime, for Eastmont, a chance going to come their way. They just have to take it, and, a couple of minutes inside the first half, they've done that.
45 minutes, 15 seconds, just a handful of minutes into the second half. Mr. Navarro measuring the 9 meters 15, the 10 yards. And the kick. Being taken care of by Lanusa, it looks like. Lanusa, and the stop by Armando Mendoza. The quick counter in the making now. Malcolm, he gets along very well with the ball and that sideline. He can thread that needle pretty well.
Yeah, you can see that's an area that they're trying to exploit, get him in between that left center back and that left wing back. That space in behind is going to be dangerous down there with his pace.
Sanchez in the throw-in. Flag is up. Technical foul on the execution of the throw-in. It will be Cashmere ball. That is the Achilles heel for a lot of high school games, the throw-in. Either the ball is not far back enough or you go across the line.
It's just simple stuff, though, isn't it? It's the basics. You get taught that when you're 10 years old. Shouldn't be seeing that at this level.
Romero and Leon. Lanusa. Taken back by Leon. Across the center alley. Graves, the goalkeeper, can't touch it with his hands. Andrade on the recovery. Bit of a battle. Graves. Chasing after him is Saldivar. Graves and Saldivar. The clash of titans. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for Eastmont.
Yeah, halftime notes put down tempo, intensity from Eastmont, lacking in that first half. And you can definitely see within the first 10 minutes, that's an area that they have improved upon.
We are approaching minute 8 of the second half. I'm not entirely sure what we're waiting for here, but waiting we are. And it's Mr. Pfefferman taking care of this throw-in once again. Orozco. Gonzalez. Leon, Romero, Malcolm, back to Leon. First on it is Orozco. The deep ball for Ramos. And now it's Bakken. Ramos waiting in the box. Orozco. Taken back by Saldivar. First on it is Caden Newman. Ball sails out of bounds. This moment of the game brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, your personal real estate agency with full service offered at just a 2% listing fee. .48 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. Cashmere and Eastmont tied at 1 apiece. Orozco. Flores. Nacarado. Ramos into the box. Kicking it away was Vasquez.
Better there from Cashmere. Good ball in behind. Looking for those diagonal runs.
Throwing for the Bulldogs. 1, 2, 3 jerseys, white jerseys in the box. Bakken. Battling with 2 defenders. Stopped at midfield. Malcolm. Referee says play on after a shove. The ball to Malcolm does not prosper. Lanusa instead. The touch to Bakken ends up at the feet of an Eastmont player, and the touch by that Eastmont player ends up at the feet of a Cashmere player.
I know it's the rule, but what could he have done about that? You know, can't, you know, get his hand out the way there.
Gonzalez. Graves. Off to the races is Miguel Ramos. That's the goalkeeper, Mr. Mendoza. Graves. Gonzalez and Graves. Nacarado. Anticipation by Leon. Good touch. Gonzalez. Malcolm. Malcolm, the through ball. Leon. And a good effort by Caden Newman letting it sail by and go out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Cashmere. This moment of the game brought to you by Jeffers, Danielson, Son, and Aylward Attorneys, serving the Wenatchee Valley with the finest professional services since 1946. Malcolm. On the mark is Jorge Flores. Shot across. Cleared away by Cashmere. Trying again is Sanchez. And yet again is Vasquez. Now Romero. Straight up ahead for Gonzalez. Sailing past one. Gonzalez. The short touch doesn't work. Trying again is Eastmont. Pushing it upfield on the right flank. Nobody there. No major problem.
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, it's going to be a regular theme throughout the second half. A bit of attack v defense. I think Cashmere worked really hard in the first half, defended. You know, and that takes a lot out of you. They probably just have to, when they win the ball, maintain a bit of possession for a few minutes.
This moment of the game brought to you by Laura Mounter Real Estate, rated world's best real estate firm for the Wenatchee Valley in 2020. Bakken. Trying to leave one behind. Going for 2. Looking around him, seeing who's helping him out. Bakken. Has to wait a little bit. Nacarado. Bit too high of a touch for Schoening. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball. Good intention there by Cashmere.
Yeah, you know, good driving run forward. And like you mentioned, back in there looking around, they just need some quicker support so that when they do get up into the final third, they can at least put some pressure on the Eastmont on defense. But yeah, if they can keep them here in the next couple of minutes, then maybe they can create or salvage a chance or two.
And there is something about Mr. Jesse Sanchez's performance that Ed Navarro did not like, just showed him a yellow card. So Sanchez for Eastmont sitting out the next few minutes of the game. I did not see anything illicit about that, but there he goes again. So didn't take too long. Couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah, I didn't really see what happened there.
Play continues with Cashmere putting it into play down the right flank. Saldivar and Peffernan. The hairstyles of Saldivar and Malcolm look a lot alike, so that's kind of hard to tell. But once you see their numbers on the jerseys, you can tell. I was like, what is Malcolm doing all the way back in defense? It was Saldivar. Heffernan. Gonzalez, Malcolm, clearing away is Graves. Pushing it upfield for Hernandez. First runner is Bakken. Bakken getting that right foot ready. Good touch that time. The through ball looking for Ramos. And sending it out of bounds is the back line of Eastmont. It will be a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
You know, and that's where the counterattack is effective. You know, Eastmont lost the ball. They're up the field. Cashmere countered pretty quickly. Good switch of play there from Bakken. And like I said a couple of minutes ago, they've got to make these set pieces count. They've got to get a good delivery into the box because it's going to be, their chances are going to be few and far between in the second half.
Absolutely. They're not going to get a whole lot of chances here. 54 minutes, 34 seconds on the clock. Just shy of a quarter hour of action here in the first half, and the second half, I beg your pardon. Nacarado. And assistant referee says goal kick. We'll go with that. And is Mr. Armando Mendoza taking care of it. Nighttime slowly descending upon the hills of the Wenatchee Valley. Saldivar. Schoening. Ball goes out of bounds. Wenatchee puts it back into play. Nacarado. Nacarado. Under some pressure. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Cashmere ball nonetheless. This moment of the game brought to you by One Way Construction. One Way is a premier custom home builder and general contractor in North Central Washington. One Way Construction. Your project, your way. Nacarado. Schoening on the throw-in. Trying to control it now is Flores. Taken away by Saldivar. Stopped nimbly by Cashmere, but here comes Eastmont yet again. There's Leon. Leon trying to connect with Malcolm. Handball there, no call. Play continues. Bit of a ping-pong match at the moment. Gonzalez. Andrade. Well blocked by Schoening. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Cashmere ball. And it is. This moment of the game brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available. Stop by their website, globalcarcare.net. What did I miss?
Good strike there for about 25 yards out from Edgar Leon. Nice and driven ball, bottom corner. Goalkeeper got his hands out, got his hands down quickly and picked it up.
Romero. Gonzalez taken back by Orozco. Orozco and Graves. Pefferman. Now over there to put some pressure is Ramos. Andrade. Ball goes out of bounds. Eastmont ball, says Mr. Navarro. Saldivar. Pefferman, ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you'd have to say Cashmere responded well to that goal.
They didn't,
going in.
They didn't lose their lines.
No, they've kind of reacted well. They've pushed up the field a little bit quicker. You know, a couple of chances going forward.
It's high school soccer here on NCWLIFE Channel as we see Mr. Navarro have a council of elders with the head coach of Cashmere, Emmanuel Flores, who acquainted himself very well in front of our cameras earlier in this broadcast. It was his first time on TV, so he did a good job.
I think he's talking to his parents on his side. I think there might have been a few parents.
From Cashmere, get out of here.
Looks like
get out of here. Cashmere parents are staid, quiet, soft-spoken folks. I know because I'm one of them. Saldivar. Bit of a sweep from behind whistle on the play. Yes, sir. Correctly called by Mr. Navarro. 58-34 on the clock. Cashmere and Eastmont still tied at 1 apiece. 1 goal halfway through the first half. We're still debating whether it was Orozco or Schoening, but it was a beauty nonetheless. And then another beautimous score by Mr. Tyrell Malcolm.
Yeah, 2 quality goals on display tonight.
Substitution for Eastmont. Mr. Saldivar taking a well-deserved break, being replaced. Oh my goodness! And kicked away right at the mouth of the goal by Cashmere. That was the 2-1 right there. The substitution for Eastmont is number 11, Angel Sitio.
Yeah, it was a great ball into the box, back post. Goalkeeper came, tried to collect. Malcolm went in for the header, bit of a collision. Swept out by the Cashmere defense.
There's Cashmere trying to sweep it away. Eastmont prevailing. Sitio. Gonzalez. Orozco. Sanchez. Gonzalez once again. Oh, what a move by Malcolm that time. Oh, I would have liked to see that one work out. There's Romero. Hurtado from the bench shouting at his players. Wants a little bit more intensity, perhaps. Bit of a collision there. Once again, Graves. And Graves has a yellow card, and that's his second, and that is the end of the game for him. That is the end of the game for Mr. Graves. He's been ejected. 60 minutes into this contest. Red card.
I think that's unlucky. I think he's tried to go for the ball. Yes, he's probably caught him, but is that a yellow card offense? I don't think so.
I don't think he went. No. I don't think he meant to foul him in that occasion. So Cashmere will play the final fourth of this game, the final 20 minutes, 1 man down here at Eastmont High School.
Very soft to kind of give a second yellow for that. I'll have to see it again, but...
Well, he was right next to the guy. Yeah. I mean, he was a lot closer to him than we were, that's for sure. But yeah, from up here, it didn't look like a yellow-worthy foul. There's the shot, trying to surprise Romero, and it's surprise. And there's a shot, and it sails over the crossbar. Trying to surprise Albert, as a matter of fact. Romero connected with it, bounced off, got into the mixer, and then the shot by Victor Andrade sailed wide and high.
Yeah, I think Cashmere now, they just have to organize themselves a little bit. They just have to kind of maybe sit back, contain the pressure for about 10 minutes. They've had a man sent off, reorganize, sustain this pressure from the next 5 minutes or so. But Eastmont there, again, another chance into the box. Need to be a bit more clinical in front of goal.
This moment of the game brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Eastmont on the move. They sense they have an alien team in front of them, and the shot that time looks like by Alfredo Gonzalez from about 20-plus yards out, sails wide.
You can definitely see the changing game plan in the second half. They're getting the ball quicker forward. Good target play there from Malcolm, dropped it to Gonzalez. Good strike there from the young man.
Schoening, taken away by Eastmont. There's Gonzalez. There's the shot, and it sails wide from the other side. They're looking for a foul there, Gonzalez is. Referee Navarro.
I think he's looking for a deflection, and he thought his shot might have deflected off the Cashmere player, but goal kick it is.
That's what he was doing with the tip of his fingers there.
Yeah, a bit of a deflection.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 62-43 in this contest. It's a 1-1 tie. Now, this is a non-league game, and Neil, you've been around these boys a lot longer than I have. What is the protocol here for a non-league game, a 1A against a 4A, if this ends at 1? Do you know if there's going to be overtime, there's going to be penalty kicks?
Yeah, I think if it stays a tie, I think it's probably going to go into overtime and PKs. But we'll see how the game develops. I'm sure either team wouldn't want that.
No,
I'm sure both teams will want to go away with the win.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Looking at the balance of play, looks like there's more goals in this contest.
I was going to say, I get the feeling you don't think this is going to end up 1-1.
I don't think so. No, I think that there's more goals left in this game. The game's getting stretched, you see, Sebastian. And when the game gets stretched, there's a lot more space in behind, and more chances will occur from that.
Absolutely. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality installation service and repair. The deep ball that time. Trying to keep it alive as Lanusa. Ball goes out of bounds. Well marked by Romero that time. It will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Cashmere playing with 10 players since the 60th minute. And we're just approaching the 65th minute. There's Malcolm running. Oh, leaving one behind, trying for two. The shot. Go, 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 go! Nimble little strike by Malcolm gives Eastmont the lead. 65 minutes, and it's a brace for Mr. Malcolm.
Yeah, we called it, didn't we? We called it, they're going to execute those flanks. Weakness to Cashmere's three-back. Obviously, with one extra player, getting the ball down there, that right-hand side. Good little skill there from Malcolm, cut inside, had some composure, and that's what I was talking about. Got to have some execution. You've got to have composure in front of goal, and it was nicely taken. Bottom right-hand corner, goalkeeper, no chance there. The goalkeeper's a big boy, but obviously it's hard to kind of get down low when you're that tall. That's what we were talking about at halftime, just a bit more composure. When you get your chance, you got to take it.
Eastmont leading now 2-1. 66 minutes of play, almost. The deep ball that time across the equator and into Cashmere ball. Ball sent out of bounds by the back line of the Bulldogs, and it will be, whoa! The ball boy just struck Mr. Sitio on the face with a ball. Not on purpose, of course. Sitio. Quick touch there. Gonzalez taken back by Orozco. Orozco and now Nacarado. Nacarado trying to thread the needle for Schoening. And before Schoening can get there, Mr. Mendoza with the stop. Save Mart, Shop Smart, Shop Local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Gonzalez, bit of a collision there. Pfefferman. Fuentes. Oh, a hard collision. Completely listed, but...
Is he going to bring it back? Looks like he is.
Oh, my goodness. I did not see anything wrong with that, but yeah, he's bringing it back, all right.
It looked as if, Leon kind of got a touch just ahead of Lanusa. Lanusa couldn't react, and I think it was just, again, it was coming together. I think Edgar Leon came out worse there.
And no yellow card, and just a very short...
I don't think it's intentional.
No, not at all. I think Mr. Navarro is experienced enough as a ref to know that there was no intention there.
Sometimes it's momentum, sometimes you
just can't
react
stop
quickly enough, and if the players, and sometimes they're quicker than you and they get a touch and there's a coming together, those type of challenges happen, but it looks like he's okay.
Sitio, Nacarado on the recovery. And now the play stopped on a foul by Nacarado on Leon, I beg your pardon.
If you're Cashmere now, Emmanuel Flores, head coach, you got a decision to make. Do you kind of just sit back, sustain pressure, keep the goal tally down, or do you go a bit more attacking, try and sneak a second goal, but leave yourself open?
That is indeed a tough call, especially when now the clock is playing against you, not in your favor like it was at the very beginning of the second half. Herrera, Bakken, Schoening, back to Bakken. Bit of a battle there, whistle on the play, foul called. It will be free kick for Cashmere. Earthwise pet. If your pet had a choice, they would choose Earthwise. Free kick for the Bulldogs. 1, 2, 3 players right at the 18. The shot kicked, headed away by Eastmont. Leon threading the needle for the always dangerous Mr. Malcolm. Mr. Lanusa sending it out of bounds. Our thanks once again go to North Central Washington's leader in development of youth soccer players with club teams, camps, private training, and tournament playing opportunities. We're talking, of course, about Wenatchee FC. Scholarships are available. For more information, visit wfcyouth.net. Any programs you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah, like we were talking before, WFC, Premier Youth. Just see how this play develops.
Bit of a swinging volley shot. And bit of a shove there. Caden Newman hits the deck.
Yeah, Wenatchee FC Youth, any potential players out there aged 2014 to 2004, both girls and boys. We have tryouts coming up in the month of May. Any questions, visit our website, www.wfcyouth.net. We're looking to recruit some potential young talented kids within the Valley.
Boy, is there a lot of it.
Lots on show tonight.
Yeah. Good takeaway by Eastmont. Romero. The push-up field for Nacarado. Romero with the foul. Navarro disagrees. And now Nacarado with a very, very hard touch there. Hand around the neck.
Nacarado's probably saying, what about my one?
I know, right? Yeah, Angel Sitio, the recipient of that foul. So it will be free kick for Eastmont as we approach. Actually, we have reached the 70th minute of play. 10 minutes, a little under that, left to play. And, there's Mr. Mendoza. We haven't seen much of him for a little bit. Goalkeeper for the Wildcats. Now, fancy move there by Pepperman. Pushing the ball upfield. Now, way upfield for Malcolm. Malcolm, he knows what to do. He's entering the box. He's getting ready. He's going to shoot. He goal, 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 goal. And it's a hat trick for Tyrell Malcolm.
Yeah, what a great ball over the top there, long into the space behind, but he still had a lot of work to do. He had to kind of take two players on. One Kashmir defender kind of lost his footing a little bit, but then it was a nice little cut inside, and again, just a bit of composure. Slotted his shot nice and down to the goalkeeper's left-hand side. 3-1 Eastmont. Hat-trick hero for Malcolm.
This moment of the game brought to you by the folks at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Great service with a personal touch. That's their commitment to you. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa provides a different kind of full-service care that gives their clients peace of mind. Visit their showroom today. I called it their new showroom early on. That was a mistake on my part. So I wanted to make sure that that was clear before the broadcast was out. The question is Cashmere out? Down 2 goals to a very, very inspired Tyrell Malcolm and his 10 cohorts in red. And there's Malcolm again. Taking it back. Leon, Malcolm waiting for it. He's a little offside, it looks like. No, they're opening the game up, way up for Mr. Andrade, who sails one over the crossbar.
Yeah, great ball there, in behind again. Looked like Malcolm was a little bit offside, and he tried to go in behind there for the left-hand side. Could have kept his shot down a little bit, but now Eastmont are in the ascendancy, aren't they? You know, it's probably going to be how many goals can they get, and Kashmir looks like they haven't responded since that sending off.
Yeah, that one hurt them. That one indeed hurt them.
They were in the game. That sending off kind of killed their spirits a little bit.
It's 3-1 Eastmont as we approach the 73rd minute of play. With the ball pushing upfield on the right side by Sitio. Now it's Malcolm. Romero. And a ball to no one. A bit of a confusion there. Over to rescue it is Diego Vasquez and ultimately Mendoza as Mr. Bakken prowled in the neighborhood rather ominously. Malcolm. Fuentes. Gonzalez and Romero. Sanchez. Sanchez, straight up for Malcolm in the box. Shot across, bounces off a defender, trying to get a little closer to the goal. Fuentes the shot, swinging right foot, and it sails wide. A good connection that time by Sanchez and Gonzalez. That ultimately results in a goal kick for Cashmere.
So much success down that right-hand side.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot coming from the left, right? They just go in Route 1 all the time.
Down that right-hand side, play after play. Here we go again.
Gonzalez, Malcolm, shot across, a bit too long. And you could almost see the concern in Albert's face when he saw Malcolm trying to deliver that shot across. Like, oh, here he comes again.
Yeah, Cashmere now, they just probably got to maintain a little bit of pride, maybe sit deep a little bit, get them in behind the ball.
75 minutes on the clock, just about 75 minutes. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Nacarado, taken back by the back line of Eastmont. There's Mendoza. Romero. Gonzalez. Leon. Pfefferman. Sanchez and Mendoza. Swinging left now. Across midfield. A pivoting header. Stopped by the back line of Cashmere. We have Juan Vargas on the pitch for Eastmont. Romero. Touch to the back. Now way back from Fuentes to Mendoza. Back to Romero. A pressure by Hernandez. The touch to Sitio. Across midfield. Gonzalez. Vargas. The good touch. Oh, he's just a hair offside. Just a hair. Victor Andrade.
Good play, though.
And now he's hurting. Now they're stopping the play. I didn't see anybody touch him. Must be a cramp, I think.
Cramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, good play again, though, there from Eastmont. Through the middle this time. Good 1-2s. Gonzalez, Sitio, Leon.
This injury timeout brought to you by Confluence Health. High quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving our patients' health with safe, high quality care in 12 communities. 76:51 on the clock, and this one is pretty close to being in the books, folks. Cashmere started out ahead 1-0 with a beautiful strike. Let's just call it, how should we call it? Let's see, a combo strike between Oscar Orozco and Ty Schoening. And at the start of the second half, Mr. Tyrell Malcolm had a beautiful tally of his own. The first out of 3 he has had in the second half alone. 43rd minute, 65th minute, and 71st minute, giving Eastmont the 3-1 lead we have now. And now play will resume as we see number 12 for Eastmont, Mr. Jose Guerrero, just called up from the junior varsity squad, getting some playing time, replacing that last Eastmont player that got injured, looked like a cramp. Had felled him. Romero. Mendoza, back to Romero. Back to Mendoza. I sense a theme.
Yeah, just maintaining the ball now. Eastmont trying to make Cashmere run a little bit. Wear them down more.
Deep ball that time. Newman. Across midfield. Eastmont on the recovery. We have Jordi Sanchez on the field for Cashmere now. Number 16. There he is.
Yeah, it's a good play from Eastmont, just trying to take the sting out of the game now.
What do they do in Scotland when in professional soccer when one team is just playing keep away? Because in South America they go, oh,
right. Well, I can't speak for the Scottish scenes though I'm English, but
oh, sorry about that. I keep calling you Scottish.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I'll let that one go, but yeah, there's normally a good crowd in, and they'll always try and urge on the opposition to try and press, to try and win the ball back, because there's nothing worse than the other team just keeping the ball from you from time to time.
Well, you made fun of my flip phone. I called you by the wrong country. We're even then. And yes, some people still own flip phones. I am terribly sorry. I did not mean to
no offense taken. No offense taken.
Okay. All right. Whistle on the play.
They get a late chance here.
Yeah. And it was Mr. Lanusa trying to make something happen.
You never know. Can they get a good ball in the box?
Hey.
Maybe salvage something.
Absolutely.
Late on.
Substitution coming, I believe, but I don't see any players getting ready. Out there he is. On the other side, it's a Cashmere substitution. Mr. Sanchez will take a seat for Cashmere, Jordi Sanchez, and it looks like it's Mr. Bakken getting some more playing time. Lanusa, left-footed shot. Oh, that had a little bit of spice to it.
But again, just too close to the goalkeeper, you know. You just got to maybe have an outswinger away from the goalie. Too easy there for him to collect. That's where you'd probably say Cashmere have been disappointed tonight, just where the set piece is. They're not going to create too many chances. They'd probably, if they had the time again, would work on that a little bit more, get better balls into the box, better deliveries, cause the goalkeeper more problems.
We will have up to 4 more minutes of injury time. Romero. Lots of little interruptions have added up.
Yeah.
Sitio. Romero. Fuentes. Mendoza.
Cashmere again very disconnected at the minute. 2 forwards pressing, rest of them staying back below the halfway line.
Flores. Looking for Lanusa. Romero in interruption. Leon. Back to Romero. Sitio. And the stop by Mr. Alberts. Right at midfield. The legs are clearly tired on some of the Cashmere players. Leon, clean stop, no foul, says the referee, and we agree, at least this time. Yeah. Vasquez and Sanchez. Hernandez, Pefferman. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Mr. Schoening putting it back into play. Nacarado. Schoening. Lanusa. Into the box. Lanusa trying to get that left foot ready maybe. And a bit of a collision there. He's still down. Now he gets back up.
Yeah, good defending there. Just got a little touch on the ball. Yeah, like I say, Lanusa was ready to strike it with that left foot of his.
Gonzalez. Touch to the back for Vasquez. Pfefferman. Taken back by the Bulldogs. Bakken. Good man is exhausted.
Done a lot of running tonight.
Vasquez.
Yeah, just
Vargas and the flag. Offside, it looks like.
Yeah, just drifted offside a little bit there. He tried to get back on side, but as the ball was played, a little bit offside.
There's a deep ball. Could have reached Bakken. Lanusa. Into the box. Newman. Bakken. 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 Bit of a fancy maneuver there into the box. Whistle on the play. No, that's the end of the game. And Eastmont comes back to win this one by a score of 3-1. When we come back, we have the post-game show here on NCWLIFE Channel. We'll be right back.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
By working together as a community, we can all play a part in promoting children's well-being and strengthening families. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Chelan Douglas CASA is dedicated to supporting families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. Join us in our community-wide pinwheel project and help keep kids safe. If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, please call 1-866-363-4276.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs, and a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net. Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor. I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
Welcome back to Eastmont High School, where we just seen the Eastmont Wildcats take this one by a score of 3-1 over the Cashmere Bulldogs. Thanks in large part to the efforts of this young man, player of the game, as chosen by the coaching staff of Eastmont, Mr. Tyrell Malcolm, who scored not 1, not 2, but 3 goals in a scrapbook-worthy night for this young man. Now, first of all, congratulations on a fine performance. And what allowed you to come back as a team so strongly in the second half, down 1-0?
Coach just told us at halftime we've been in this game. Every loss we've had this season's been close. We've been in the game the whole time. We just got to capitalize, finish our chances, and that's what we did in the second half.
Now, what allowed you to have such a brilliant performance, scoring 3 goals?
Just my midfield and my defense. We just kept saying, keep going, and then that's what we did. We just found the runs, diagonal runs, and we scored.
What about Cashmere gave you trouble, especially in the first half?
Yeah, they were pretty good in the first half. They just kept moving the ball. We couldn't get to them. So we just said, just delay and let them play. And when we get the chance, we got to score. And that's what we did.
Now, that's 2 wins in a row for you, I believe. Yep. You won against Wahluke. Now you won against Cashmere. What does it do to the level of confidence of the team going forward?
It's good. We're really confident. Now we're striving. We're just going now. From now on out, we're just going to keep winning.
All right. Tyrell Malcolm for the Eastmont Wildcats, scorer of 3 goals, all 3 for his team tonight, and they win against Cashmere. Do we go to break? Do we have this young man right now? We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have the player of the game from the Cashmere side, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft, ATVs, and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles, and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday.
Back to Eastmont High School, where we've just seen Eastmont and Cashmere battle it out, with Eastmont taking this one by a score of 3-1. Next to me is the player of the game for Cashmere High School, as chosen by the coaching staff, Mr. Ty Schoening. Ty, welcome. And well, first of all, congratulations on that on the tally. Tell us about that play, because it was a beauty to watch.
Oh yeah, Oscar just played a beautiful ball. Shot at the goal, hit the post, and I followed it up. You never know if the refs are gonna see that line or not, so I followed it up and ended up. I don't know. Did they count that? Did they score that? Did they count it as me? I don't know, but yeah, I followed it up and got the goal. So.
Did you do a Diego Maradona? Just start celebrating and see what happens? What happened there?
we just go back and continue playing. So
right.
Yeah.
All right. Things went a little awry in the second half. What kept you guys from walking away here with a win?
Well, in the first half we came out on fire. We kind of shocked them. I feel like we came out attacking pretty good, but I don't know. Second half was pretty hard. They came out wanting it, I guess, more than us. But yeah, it was a tough one. They had a couple good runs and put a couple goals away, which that doesn't really define it for me. I think we played a pretty good game.
You did.
Gave it our best effort.
You did.
Little 1A school.
Yeah.
I like playing these hard 4A school teams that we haven't played yet.
And it's the second 4A school that you played, because you played Moses Lake and you played them quite tough there as well.
So we lost a heartfelt loss to Moses Lake.
So there's plenty good to move forward to, right?
Yeah. We're looking forward to the next couple games. Play Wenatchee, big school, and then play Brewster this Saturday. So.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. Thank you very much. That was Ty Schoening, player of the game for Cashmere High School, as chosen by their coaching staff. When we come back, we will have a quick post-game wrap-up with Neil Oyston and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Back to Eastmont High School, where we've just seen Eastmont take this one from the Cashmere Bulldogs by a score of 3-1. Next to me is our soccer expert, director of coaching for Wenatchee FC, Neil Oyston. And as a longtime coach of soccer in this area of the state, you have to be happy at the level of talent, the level of effort, the level of intensity that we saw today.
Yeah, absolutely. I've coached a couple of these boys for many years now, so it's always enjoyable for me to kind of sit back and to kind of watch them. Really good intensity from the boys, some really good technical stuff out there. Lots of chances created. Obviously, in today's game, you know, Tyrell Malcolm as well, scoring some great great goals there, three for him. But even Cashmere, a couple of their players, they're really putting a good show tonight. So as a coach who have coached these players for a long time now, it's always enjoyable to watch them play at their respective schools.
Absolutely. If you're Emmanuel Flores, the head coach of Cashmere, what do you tell your boys? They fought hard against Moses Lake, they end up with a loss. They fought really hard tonight, they end up with a loss. How do you keep the morale high if you're the head coach of Cashmere?
Credit to them tonight. I mean, they came here, they adopted the game plan in the first half, and they scored a fantastic goal. And they did their jobs in the first half. Obviously, second half, I think, to be honest with you, the sending off was definitely a turning point. I think they were in the game at 1-1. Obviously, that sending off kind of changed things, and they probably ran out of steam a little bit towards the back end of the second half. But they came here, they adopted the game plan. They should be still proud of themselves because they put Eastmont under a lot of pressure. They made Eastmont work for that victory tonight. And as a coach, that's all you can probably say to the boys is if you've come off that field giving 110%, and that's all you can ask for, you know?
Absolutely. And now Eastmont on the other side, 2 wins in a row, back at 3-3, back at 500. What do you tell your boys to keep this momentum going if you're Vidal Hurtado?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, and again, they had to work for that victory tonight. Things weren't going well in the first half for them. We said up in the stands there that they just had to stay patient because they were creating chances. So it was a test of their character, and like we saw in the second half, they played with a little bit more intensity. They played with a little bit more tempo. They got the ball quicker forward. They created better chances and fully deserved the victory in the end. So now hopefully they can kick on. They can use that confidence for the remainder of their season and have a great end to the season themselves.
And now, this is particularly for you. You're a coach. You coach boys and girls of all levels. Today we saw a bench player score 3 goals in basically one half.
Right.
What does it say about, staying positive, persevering, prevailing over obstacles? Because he did not start. He came and took the game over, basically.
100%, and that's what a question I would love to have asked him was like, did you have a point to prove tonight? You started on the bench, you weren't named in the starting spot. What's going to be your reaction when you get onto the field? Is it one that's going to really take it and show why you deserve to start? And I think he did that today. I think he came on and I think he caused the Cashmere defense lots of problems down the right-hand side. He was their changing player tonight. And like you said, for any kind of young player who's on the bench, things aren't going their way, stick to it. When you get your opportunity, you've got to take your chance. And there's a fine example of that tonight. Tyrell Malcolm popped up with 3 quality goals. I mean, that first goal,
no cheapies.
Over the top, it was a cross from the left-hand side. The way that he took that, the way that he volleyed that into the back of the net, really good response for him and fully deserved all of his goals tonight.
Absolutely. It was one to remember for Tyrell Malcolm and for the rest of us, with the final score of Eastmont 3, Cashmere 1. On behalf of everyone involved, I'm Sebastian Moraga. This is Neil Oyston saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
The shot and beautiful!
Thanks for watching High School Sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.